So I hope you liked this video. For more information, click the link in the description.
A lot of people's issues with the battery life on this device. Now, if you've ever owned an iPhone in the past, you know the battery life has always been lacking. And personally, I've had a big issue, especially with my iPhone 4S and now with the iPhone 5, with the battery barely lasting 5 hours. Now, I'm a heavy user on this phone. I watch YouTube, I do videos, I'm constantly playing games, I'll text, surf the net. I do everything and I'll try to do it all at once, and I drain this battery within 4 hours easily. So if you're a heavy user, honestly, the best thing you can do is get yourself an external battery pack or a car charger or something, just so it's always you always have some battery power if you need it in an emergency. So most of these tips are going to be in your settings tab. So go ahead, go into your settings, and we're going to start off with your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth here. Now these two are constantly searching for networks to connect to, Bluetooth services that are available, so you want to go ahead and turn your Wi-Fi off, especially if you have a good data plan like 6 gigs or something like that. You don't really need to have the Wi-Fi unless you really use your phone a lot outside of a Wi-Fi zone, in which case if you're outside the Wi-Fi zone, turn it off and only turn it on when you're in your home or something like that. Same deal with the Bluetooth. Go ahead and turn it off so it doesn't search for the different devices. Alright, now one of the more obvious tips here is to lower the brightness on your phone. Obviously, brightness is a huge deal here. It's lighting up your phone, and having it constantly at a full power like I do here is not a good idea. I have it like this just for this video so you guys can see it, but you want to put your battery life down like that, as low as you can keep it without disturbing your view, because you want to see it. And turning on the auto brightness here is a good idea too. So if you have a lot of sunlight, it'll get brighter. If you have low sunlight, if it's night or something, you see how it's moving around there to adjust itself for the setting that I'm in. It's a good idea to have that on. Now I'm just going to go back and put it to the full brightness for the rest of this video so you guys can see everything clearly. The next tip here, we're going to jump into the general tab, and we're going to go into Siri a little bit. And unfortunately, Siri does drain your battery. Personally, I like to leave Siri on because it's very useful for me, especially while I'm driving. But having Siri on will drain your battery, so you can go ahead and turn that off just to save yourself some extra battery. Disable Siri. Now, if you use Siri a lot, maybe you should leave it on, but it's all about finding a nice balance of what you use and what you don't use to save the most battery life. So having Siri off will save you some battery. Okay, the next few tips here are going to involve the Do Not Disturb tab here. You want to turn that off. Having it on will drain a little bit of battery life. Not even sure why, but from what I've been reading, that is a good thing to have off. Also, in your General tab, a good practice is to have your auto lock set to 1 minute or 2 minutes. Just the lower the number, the better. That way, if you leave your phone down on a table or if you walk away from it or something and you leave the screen on, it'll go ahead and turn off the screen for you. I'm just going to keep mine to never right now so that it doesn't turn off while I'm doing this video, just in case. But definitely look into that. Jumping into the privacy tab here now, you have your location services. Now location services will drain your battery because different apps are going to jump in and use the GPS service, get into locate where you are and stuff like that. So if you are using it, definitely limit the apps you're using it with. And I personally only use it for a couple maps, definitely for locations that I need to go quickly. So it automatically finds where I am. I can put in a destination and it'll take me there quick. Safari, I don't know why that's on actually. I don't need that on. Siri, I leave that on as well. Speed test, I had that on for a video. I don't really need that on right now. But look into the ones, weather I usually have on too. I don't know why that one's off, but I'm going to leave it off for now. And definitely look into that. Now, if you really want to go all out and save the most battery life with this, just turn the whole service right off like this at the top. If my finger will turn it, yes. Turn it off like that, and you can save yourself battery life in that way. I'm just going to go turn mine back on. Once again, your settings here, go into the sounds tab. A lot of people use the vibrate on ring and vibrate on silent just so that they can feel the phone when it's ringing or anything like that. But personally, I turned mine off because this will drain your battery a lot quicker, especially if you're getting a lot of messages or a lot of calls. The vibration mode does drain battery. It's got to do more work. So turn those off unless you really need them. Alright, the next tip here, we're going to go into just the mail and contacts calendar tab here. Now, anything that's using the fetch new data and it's set to push, that's going to drain the battery because it's always going to be trying to get it. So you can jump on that and have it look every hour, every 30 minutes, or every 15 minutes. Obviously, every hour will give you the most battery life on your phone. I use push notifications for myself because I do a business and I need to respond to emails and different things like that. So I just keep mine on. But if you are just a regular user, just turn it to hourly, every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes, because you can jump into your mail app anytime you want and just have it checked when you're ready as well. So you can go into the advanced tab and fool around with that, but anything that's using a push notification, turn that off and go with the time. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the iPhone 5 tips, but before we end this video, I just wanted to tell you guys that no matter what you do with this phone, there is an issue that is, you're not going to be able to fix it unless they do update the phone with one of the iOS updates. The problem is, I've been reading reports on the top left of your phone. You'll have your service, whether it be AT&T, Verizon, Rogers, wherever you're from. Beside it is a task or a service bar, and if you're between 1, 2, and 3 bars, for some reason the phone drains battery life a lot quicker. Now, this is with LTE or 3G. Both of them are showing this issue, but if you have 4 or 5 bars, your battery life seems to be a lot better. I'm not sure the reason for this. I'm just relaying the message that I've been reading. You can search that on Google and get that information for yourself, but hopefully they do put up an update, maybe a 6.1 update or a 6.0.1, whatever they want to do with the iOS, and it'll fix the battery life. Anyway guys, those are some tips and some information on the iPhone 5 battery life issues and how you can save some extra